Hey everybody, Greg Rice, not in the bucket today. All right, we're gonna make a video. We're hanging out with Chi-Chi, per usual. She's just gonna stay here and listen. She don't say much. And today's segment is powered by Vintage Barbershop, where tradition and precision meet. I mean, look at this haircut. I look like a failed movie star that lives in Warwick. I look like an infomercial guy that does live promos at the Big E 2 weeks a year, like a ShamWow guy. That's what I look like. Thanks to Vintage Barbershop. And I'm cool with that. I'll take that. All right? All day. So what was I talking about? I'm talking about large portfolio owners. We get calls from them. They're always flirting with us. They like to flirt. They're the ultimate tire kickers. And I like it. And it's not too often that we connect with one. And that's why I'm making this video, because I want to make that connection. Like, they look at us like we're their enemy. We're actually like their best friend. They just don't know it, because a lot of landlords are stubborn, thick-headed, know-it-all, egotistical. All right, I'll stop there. You know it's true. A lot of the large portfolio owners are that way. And they've had to be that way in their defense, because they got everybody coming at them. They got this one, they got that one, they got the taxes, they got the mayor, they got the city, they got the bank, they got the insurance, the tenant's brother, the slip and fall, Rob Levine needs a new car. Everybody's coming at them. So naturally, landlords develop thick skin, alligator skin. But just because you've developed that skin doesn't mean you should always live in that skin. Sometimes you gotta poke your head out like a little sea turtle, right? Just checking it out. Oh, Nexus? Nah. Who knows? Be open to it. So that's my opening pitch. Let's take a simple example. A landlord, has 100 units. And it might seem like a lot, but frankly, Rhode Island has 250,000 rental units, roughly. So owning 100 is a big deal, but it's not as uncommon as you think. There's a lot of landlords lurking in the background with a lot of units, and you never even know. Landlords can be some of the most introverted, quiet, reclusive people that you've ever met. And most of them get into the business for that reason. They understand they can plug and play different people to different roles and not have to be forward facing, right? They don't have to make videos like me on Saturday night. They don't have to do it. They can go to Tahiti, and they could go to Foxwoods, and they could do whatever they want, because that's how the business has structured itself. So with that said, somebody owning 100 units, they've built their staff based on their growth. All right. It's not that they love to employ people, right, or love to pay salaries. They had to do those things based on their want decreasing and the need increasing, right? Once you get 50 units, you're like, I don't want to paint anymore. I'm going to hire a maintenance guy, right? Once you get to 75 units, I don't want to do the books anymore. I'm going to hire a bookkeeper. So as they grow, they plug and play people that they're really not in love with, let's be honest. They're serving a need, and they're part of their balance sheet, and that's how it works. So my message today is, why would you not consolidate all these people and connections that you have to personally deal with into one company, into one person, right? Me, general manager. I got it. It's all set. The guys are going to handle it. You don't have to deal with all this and all that, and I can't make it, and my tire's flat, and the tenant said this, and the check's bounced, and the ledger this, and we're out of paper, and there's no ink in the thing. You don't have to deal with those things, because you've outsourced it and consolidated it. So at Nexus, we roughly hire a maintenance technician every 50 doors. right? So if this guy has 100 units, there's probably 2 full-time maintenance technicians. And you got to pay them, you know, 1,000 to 1,500 a week right there. So you could say 62.5, meet in the middle, times 2 guys. That's a buck, what's that, $1.30, something like that. And then you got to pay payroll taxes, state, all that, FICA, unemployment, that's another 25%. So, you know, you're looking at like $1.50, $1.60 just in cost for employees, just for 2. And then you got to hire a bookkeeper. You know, that's probably 1,000 a week times, you know, again, the 25%. Probably cost you 65 G's to employ that person, right? And now we're over 200,000 in staff. And then you got an office, right? You maybe took an office in one of your buildings. That could be an apartment. You just lost 20 grand right there because you're using this office space. You got to heat that, internet, you got to, you know, whatever, rent. Maybe you're renting an office space. Now you're paying for trucks, right? A lot of people are providing vehicles. You know, that's 1,000 a month for each van that you got on the road. Now you're paying the gas. And you can just see how these expenses are adding up. And you only have 100 units. You don't have economies of scale. You likely can't store materials. You're not getting the bulk volume discounts, things like that. You're going Home Depot, grabbing one thing, you know, taking it, doing the thing. It's very efficiently inefficient, if that makes sense. And I'm here to offer you something that could really just wipe away all that. Wipe away all that. Why are you paying salaries? First of all, we don't pay any of our people salary. They're paid for their performance. So our maintenance technicians, they go out, they complete a job, they get paid for that job. They go on to the next one. They get paid for that job. We're not paying them a flat rate so they can sit in their truck and play the New York Times crossword puzzle. Not going to happen. We're incentivizing our workers to go out there, get the job done as soon as possible, as quickly as possible, and move on to the next one. And the guys, when they come to interview, they'll say, oh, this is a commission job. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. We got hundreds and hundreds of open work orders. Call me when they're all done, and then I'll tell you where to go next. That's what I tell them. Just let me know when you're all done with the 300 work orders. It's not a commission job. And there's always work for our guys to do. So, how can you benefit from that? Well, first of all, your management fees are going to be 5%. So if you got 100 units, say 1,500 a door, times 5%, your monthly management fee is going to be $7,500. For us to handle the tenant calls, the rent collection, the money orders, the check scanning, going to the bank if necessary, the late notices, the 5-day demands, upkeeping all the ledgers, all that stuff, 5%. And then we just direct deposit the money to your bank account every week. Bing, bang, boom. There's no Sally in the office. Hey, Joe, the check that they gave me doesn't scan. Can you come down and fix the scan? Right? You're not going to hear any nonsense. It's going to be email, 50,000 in rents collected, 50,000 in direct deposit going out. See ya. Right? We're not giving you any excuses. We're handling our problems on our own. We're going to tell you who hasn't paid. Hey, Joe, we got 5 tenants. It's the 22nd of the month. They haven't paid. Do you want us to file the eviction? Done. We'll file the case. Thank you. Very, very minimal correspondence and communique needed with you about that. And as far as the maintenance goes, 75 times 2 guys, that's $1.50. You know how long it would take to back into 150,000 worth of maintenance? That's like 12 G's a month-ish, 12,500 a month that you're earmarking just in salaries. That's not in materials, right? That's not after hours. That's not emergency. That's just flat salary. And then you're paying vehicle, gas, insurance, all that stuff I talked about. Maybe you're paying their health benefits too. How long would it take for you to back into that amount with us? I mean, really depends on the condition of the properties. But if these are fully rented, right, just essential routine repairs, hey, heater's not working, hey, pipe's leaking, hey, doorknob's broke, window screen. It's going to take a long time to back into that amount of money. And you're going to get more value when we do it versus employing 2 full-time staff. Okay? With the full-time staff, you're just paying for their time. With us, you're paying us for a task. So the screen's broke, we go out, we fix it, it's $125 for the service call. Done. That's it. You're not paying for their vehicle, you're not paying for their insurance, you're not paying for their medical, you're not paying for none of that, their gas. That's baked into our cost. That's part of their responsibility as an employee. So we're condensing and really maximizing the length and the route that your dollar takes to get something accomplished. So I challenge you to really think about it. Really look at, am I getting the value for myself? And more importantly, can I scale this? Can I get to 150 doors? Can I get to 200 doors? Do I want to get to 200 doors, right? You may be like, I got to hire somebody, right? Oh, I got to fire somebody. Oh, I just got hit with a lawsuit. Oh, DLT's coming after me, right? All the stuff that we deal with, we handle it, no problem. Oh, now I got to get a lawyer. Now I don't want to do this stuff. I just want to own property. I didn't want to be a business owner. I didn't want to be a small business owner. I just wanted to be an investor. But I've brought these people on board, and they're not bad people, right? They're probably good people, but it's not what your intended task is, and it's not efficiently getting you to where you want to be. And think about that. Less headache, less time, less responsibility, less communication. The list goes on and on. Less cost. I mean, $7,500 just for the management fee to handle all that. Bargain. Bargain. Then the maintenance, you're paying it anyways. But you're paying the guy just to be there, regardless of what's getting done. You think he's incentivized to quickly do things? You think he's going to rush out at Friday at 3:30 before he closes up at 4 to go meet his boys at Chili's? No, it's not going to happen. So really, really look at it. Consider it. And check out our DIY cost calculator. It's on the website. People use it sometimes. I get an email when they do. And just poke around at the idea. And if you have any questions, call me. I got 150 doors. Nexus manages them. And yes, I work here, but that shows you how much I believe in it. That shows you how efficient, that's my word, how efficient it is for me to be 33 years old and own 150 doors. Most people that own 150 doors are double my age and have 10 times the stress. And like I said, I don't have much gray hair because I have tradition and precision taking care of it. No Just for Men at this point, but it could happen. But I like the George Clooney, a little salt and pepper. The chicks dig it. So that's all I got to say about that. Any questions, let me know. Once again, Greg Rice, not in the bucket, your property in your portfolio managed.